Hello Virgo, and welcome to Tarot by Julie. This is your June 2022 reading. Let's get started. All right. Ooh. The energy is good. Energy is very powerful. I see you just wanting to get straight to the point. You're like, lay it on me, Julie. Lay it on me. What's happening? What's going on? Okay. That's good. That's good. We're good here. Okay. First card, we have the Queen of Wands. As your recent past, your current energies. Wheel of Fortune. Your future energies. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so in your recent past, I feel like you have been working on yourself. You have been working on your health, your appearance, your style, your fashion. You're having a glow up. You just literally you decided to take action and be like, okay, I'm gonna do something about myself. I'm gonna put my best foot forward. And you're actually taking steps to dress nicely and to put yourself together. Do your hair in a different way or more fashionable way or something that's more pleasing. It doesn't necessarily have to be like extravagant. It can just be minor changes here and there, something subtle, but even like a little touches here and there, it all accumulates into the final touch, which people are taking notice. They're like, ooh, Virgo's looking good. Virgo is thriving. Virgo is a little hottie. that's what I'm sensing. And I feel like as a result, a lot of people are taking more notice. They're just. But there's also this like humble aspect to it. They're just like, wow. Like Virgo, even though they're catching a lot of attention, a lot of eyes and stuff, there is still this level of being humble and being classy and being regal. Yeah, and then as a result, it's bringing about confidence. And the confidence from within is actually showing in your appearance. In your present energy, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I see here, you've been through a lot, but you're at a really good place right now, like an amazing place. You feel stronger. You feel like you've closed out a cycle that didn't serve you, and you're moving on and ready to open a new chapter in your life that you're proud of, that you've come a long way. And I feel like I'm getting this like proud mama vibes. Like I'm so proud of you, Virgo. Like you did it. Like you learned to let things go. You learned to close out cycles so that you're able to move on and thrive, to continue to thrive. And I see that. In your future energy, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like up until now, you've been planting the seeds. You've been trying to create a stability for yourself so that you don't have to worry about certain things. You just want to focus on your happiness. And I feel like because you gave all of your attention and energy and focus and hard work into planting those seeds one at a time, one by one, you didn't try to cut corners. You did it the right way. And I see that you're waiting for your crops, the stuff that you put your hard work and energy and love into to flourish. And you're waiting, like, how, just like any farmer or anything, like you put in the work and you now give it time to flourish. You give it its space. So it's kind of like set it and forget it. But I'm not saying like, oh, everything you work so hard for, just let it go. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying you have worked so hard, you've done the work, and now let it do its thing. Let it do its thing, okay? That's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and just pull a little more, couple more cards just to see what is up. So we have the Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So a little bit more. So that one was Four of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And the Tower, okay. So I see that in the past there was this level of uncertainty and stress as a result of whether or not you should hold on to something or to let it go. You're definitely not the type to give up easily. You're the type to work hard and see if, even if there are challenges, you're willing to work it out. You're trying to see it through. And that was one of your concerns. You weren't sure whether to hold on to a situation, wondering, am I supposed to hold on to it and try to work it out? Or am I supposed to let it go because you know for certain it's not going to work out? Is it a dead end, or is it something that can have a solution, a resolution? Can it be fixed? Is there room for growth? So that was your main stress, so to speak. You weren't sure if you were supposed to let something go or to keep it. And I feel like you made the right decision. Whatever it was, you closed it out, because I see that you closed it out to start something new. And as a result, the universe is blessing you with a connection. You're surrounded by people who adores you, who wants what's best for you, and you're being rewarded financially as well with stability. And your career is looking good, it's headed in the right direction. You're setting the foundation for whatever you want to do that's close to your heart, and you're doing it with such poise and grace. And I really, really dig that energy for you. In the future, I feel like somebody here is trying to still kind of get at you. I think it's the energy, whatever you closed out in the recent past or currently that you're closing out, they're trying to get back at you. They're like, hey, don't forget me, Virgo, don't forget me. Like, and I feel like, no, you had to put your foot down. You had to create certain healthy boundaries and enforce those boundaries. And as a result, somebody feels like, oh no, Virgo is gone from my life. Like, no, like that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm seeing. And this person is lost without you, doesn't feel stable without you. And it was ultimately because you knew your worth. You knew you had to enforce it, and you were no longer willing to tolerate anything less than something that was going to be for your highest good. And so anybody who was like the type of person to like leech off of you or to piggyback on your success, or, you know, who just wasn't coming from a good place, you're just like, bye. I don't need that kind of energetic baggage. I'm closing out cycles and I'm starting something new. So if you're not for my highest good, see ya, bye. I mean, but again, Virgo is doing this with grace and poise, but staying firm. That's what they're doing, okay? So bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so you're trying to be strategic about this. You know your worth. You know what you need to do. There is some level of, you have tried to be honest with other people in the past, but they're not getting it. And I'm not saying as a result you're being dishonest. No, you're actually trying to finesse. You're trying to be more strategic in how you're, because not everybody is on the same page as you. Not everybody is gonna, you know, deal with their problems the way you deal with their problems. And so you're, like, for an example, you're not gonna talk to a 3-year-old like you're talking to an adult. You know what I mean? So there is this level of being strategic and finessing and being the mutable sign that you are, being open to creating a situation, an environment where it'll work for you, both of you, in a sense. So if they're the type who's not able to handle the truth, no matter how many times you tell them, no, this and this is the reason why this is not gonna work out between us, and they're still not getting it, cut them off. They're not getting it. It's like talking to a wall at that point. Do you wanna keep talking to a wall? No matter how, I know, you know, we wanna be civil, we wanna be cordial, we wanna be with utmost respect, because there's this level of classiness that you want to incorporate. But if the other person is not getting it, there's a time and a place to let it go, to cut them off and move on, because you're not a babysitter, okay? I mean, some of you might be a babysitter if that's your profession and stuff like that. But I mean, like, if you're dealing with grown adults or people who are supposed to be grown adults and they're just not getting it, and you know that by you severing ties with them and enforcing those clear boundaries, if it's still not getting through to them, you're just gonna have to do what you have to do, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up the reading with one final message. What does Virgo need to know? Oh, sorry, this way. Oh la la, what is this? We got the King of Wands. You know what that means. Okay, so what I'm getting here is somebody notices you. Somebody recognized how much of a catch you are, how much of a person that is worth pursuing, that is worth being around, and they're very attracted to you. They're just like, wow, Virgo's looking good, Virgo's, and the feeling is mutual. You also find this person, whoever's gonna come towards you or is around you, you'll know, a strong fire placement. They don't have to be, but strong fire placement, somebody who goes after what they want. They make it known. I feel like it's less talk, more action with them. And I feel like because they are interested in you, Virgo, they're gonna come forward and pursue you. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm just gonna pull one more card for you, okay? Okay, so we have your 8 of Cups, okay? So I feel like you've come to this point where you know what you want, you know what works for you, and you're not necessarily, yes, the attention is flattering. Yes, it makes you happy, it makes you a little giddy. You're just like, ooh, okay, people are taking notice, all right, and they're cute. But at the same time, you have no tolerance for player types. You know, you want something stable, you want something long-term, you want something that you can grow with and from. And so if it's anything less than that, you're willing to walk away, because you know you have yourself and your best interest to look out for, because you haven't worked this hard to get to this point, only to go back to your old ways of giving other people who takes advantage of you, because they know how to sway you and they know how to make you feel special, to take advantage of you, okay? No matter how much attention they give you, you're willing to not fall into that again. And so I see you just kind of going within and just understanding, hey, I'm going to be very mindful. Are we spiritually compatible? Are we on the same page? Just one more. Yeah, 10 of Cups. So yeah, so as try to enforce, okay, everything I've said and everything that you truly know within, you know what you want. And you are not, because you have all of these experiences accumulated up until this point, you know what you want and you know what you're willing to entertain, okay? What you're willing to grow with, when you know what works and what doesn't. And if you forget, if you're still uncertain, that means you still have some level of soul searching to do to fully know what makes you happy. And once you acknowledge that, once you recognize that, you're able to have this 10 of Cups, this emotional blessing, this happiness. So happy for you guys, okay? All right. So just remember, I keep getting the 7 of Swords, okay? The universe is asking you to be strategic, okay? Stop wasting time with people who don't get you. Like, that's their stuff they need to work on. You know by now who gets you and who doesn't. If they still don't get it by now, they're just not gonna get it. Okay, that's because they have their own stuff to deal with. You've dealt with your stuff. You don't have to deal with other people's stuff like that, okay? Know how to read a room. Remember, you're not gonna talk to a grown-up how you talk to a 3-year-old and vice versa. So enforce clear, healthy boundaries. Know what you want. And yes, people, there's gonna be energies where they're gonna flatter you and make you feel special, but try to recognize, are they coming from a good place? Can you grow with this person? Or is this just a passing energy? Okay, so that's all I have for you for now. And I'll thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later, okay? Bye.